Is my audio any better? I mean, I had to turn the desktop audio down. Let's see. Let me hit play on one of these. See how it does.
As well as exposing the truth behind all of these food processing plants that have been
Testing,
catching
1,
on fire
2,
and burning to the
3.
ground,
Yeah,
the
that's
Dutch
what
farmers in the
about.
Netherlands protesting against their
Testing,
government,
1,
how the
2,
people in Sri
3.
Lanka nearly starved to death because of a ban on synthetic fertilizers, the push towards having people eat food made out of bugs, and of course,
an urgent investigation.
As well as exposing the truth behind all of these food processing plants that have been catching on fire and burning to the ground, the Dutch farmers in the Netherlands protesting against their government, how the people in Sri Lanka starved to death because of a ban on synthetic fertilizers, the push towards having people eat food made out of bugs, and of course, an urgent investigation.
Okay. Hey guys. Whoops. Just dropped my mouse. So I'm back. I got released. Got released from YouTube prison. Can you believe it? How's everybody doing? So yeah, that was some medical misinformation. But should be cleared up now. So I just thank God for that. Now, how's the picture look like this? Does it look good? And I got the YouTube popped out over there where it's like, so I can make the picture bigger. Does that look better? Well, we have Sputsy and we have Apple. Oh, are you guys just like watching over on YouTube or something? I don't understand why you're doing that, Apple. So I guess I'll figure that out later. But yeah, that was kind of freaky yesterday, but one of the videos that I had posted about Campaign Warrior, I think his name is, or Warrior Campaign. I was like, wonder if it was that Canadian guy that got me for copyright, because it looked like it was copyright at first, and then it said misinformation, medical misinformation. So anyway, I was only in prison for a couple of days and I'm let out now, so I'll try to mind my P's and Q's, everybody. And what I'll do for Halloween then is I'll play what I can play on here, but then over on Discord, we can meet up, or maybe D Live. I don't know which, one of those two. And I can play you some of the things that I've not been able to play here due to things that they don't allow over here. So, hey Midday, how's it going? Now, why isn't this working, this live chat thing? I was hoping that I would be able to, oh shoot. I was hoping I would be able to have it above my head because of the way that I set it up. But now if I reset it, it might... Did that take it off? No? Okay. Let's see. Shoot. Let's see. If I just do pop it out and put it right here. I mean, I see it, but can you see it? Is the question. Well, I don't know how to fix that. I might have to squish the screen then. Let me see. Let me do the transition thing. Huh. Yeah, now I don't see it at all. That's weird. Okay. My mouse keeps jumping off the couch. Oh man, if I got a video for you guys to see, I can't even like I untweeted it because I didn't want to spoil it. I'll just tell you what it is. There's this lady, and she is... Yeah, that is so weird that that's not coming up there. Maybe if I move... I don't know. Maybe if I move it over here, I might be able to see it. Shoot. Well, that's not going to work. Well, guys, I'm sorry. I can't get it to work this time. Maybe next time. Let's see what that does. I just made that bigger. But I still want to be able to see you guys on the screen. At least I'll be able to see it. I'll do that. Just have it to where I can see it. Okay. You didn't see it pop up there, did you? Let me make it a little bit longer. That's cool. Alright, you guys don't even know what I'm talking about because you can't see it. So yeah, I'll just tell you what happened with that video. There's a lady in the grocery store, and there's this other lady, and it's a camera that is like a security camera of the grocery store. So it's not a fake video some just Joe Schmo did, okay? So the woman, something falls off the shelf, and so the woman goes over and she picks it up off the floor, and she looks at it for a second, and then she goes to put it back on the shelf. And when she puts it back on the shelf, she starts almost like electricity or something. It was the weirdest thing. Then I saw another one like it. So this might be something else. She just like, she starts like shaking, but like it's like a jerky shake. And she falls on the floor. So the other lady goes up to her to see if she can help and puts her hand on her, and she goes backwards like she's been electrocuted or something. And she was okay, but the other lady, she's not okay. She's not okay. So I don't know. We might see some zombies type stuff for real for Halloween. We don't know. I mean, there was that thing that I saw the other day. I showed it to you guys where they were saying it's been turned on. It's got something to do with the whole internet thing, the Web3 or the digital currency, where everything's going to be connected, you know, the IoT and all that stuff. And he was saying it's been turned on, but it's not connected yet. So I guess, I mean, I felt like that was Mike can tell you, Midday can tell you. I said that so many months ago that there's some sort of switch that has to be, like, it's all ready to go, but there's a switch that has to be turned on. And that's what that guy was saying. It was yes, and they put my video back up. It's in that video. So anyway, if I come down to it today, I'll point it out again, or I can put it in the chat room so you guys can go watch it. But I want to try to be careful because if I do get a strike, they were saying 1 week, and I would really love to be able to do the Halloween thing on the main channel here. If not, I'm going to have to do it on my backup channel, which I only have about 50 followers on there. So I'd really love to do it here. All right, let's get started. Today, there's a lot of flooding going on, and this one is in... Oh dear, sorry about the ears. I will turn that down. I'm trying to be more careful about the volume thing because I'm busting people's eardrums. I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. Oh wait, I gotta start it over because I want to make it big for you. Just wow. Is the volume good? Can you guys hear me okay over the volume? If one of the mods or somebody can tell me.
ফ্ল্যাটস নিউজ চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন, বেল আইকনটিতে
This is
ক্লিক
Sri Lanka.
ভারী বৃষ্টিপাতের কারণে মিরান্ডা রাজ্যে ভয়াবহ বন্যা সৃষ্টি হয়েছে। বৃষ্টির কারণে ভেনেজুয়েলার কারাকাসের দক্ষিণ পশ্চিম অঞ্চলের শহরগুলিতে প্রাণঘাতী বন্যার সৃষ্টি হয়েছে। ভেনেজুয়েলার কারাকাসের তীব্র বৃষ্টি এবং বন্যার কারণে কমপক্ষে 15টি বাড়ি ধসে পড়েছে এবং আরও 60টি বাড়ি ধসে পড়ার ঝুঁকিতে রয়েছে। স্থানীয় বাসিন্দারা কিছু বুঝে ওঠার আগেই শুরু হয় আকস্মিক বন্যা। ভারী বৃষ্টির কারণে মন্টানালতা, সান্তা ইসবেল এবং লাভেগুয়েদায় বন্যার স্রোত উপচে পড়ছে। ফলে মিরান্ডা রাজ্যে যানবাহন বন্যায় ভেসে গেছে। এ সময় গাড়িতে আটকে থাকা মানুষ প্রাণ বাঁচাতে ঝুঁকি নিয়ে বের হয়ে আসার চেষ্টা করেন। বন্যার স্রোতে ভাসতে থাকা গাড়ির ভেতরে আটকে পড়া মানুষ উদ্ধারের জন্য চিৎকার করে। পরিস্থিতি এতটাই ভয়াবহ, ওই সময়ে তাদের কাছে পৌঁছানোটা ছিল খুবই বিপজ্জনক। ভয়াবহ বন্যা আঘাত হানলে হাজার হাজার মানুষ তাদের বাড়িঘর ছেড়ে নিরাপদ স্থানে সরে যান। এ পর্যন্ত বহুজনের মৃত্যু হয়েছে সেখানে। প্রায় 200 বাড়িঘর একেবারে ধ্বংস হয়েছে এবং 500-রও বেশি মানুষ হয়ে পড়েছেন। ঘন্টায় বজ্রপাত এবং ঝড়ো হাওয়ার সাথে ভারী বৃষ্টিপাত হয়েই চলছে ভেনেজুয়েলায়। বৃষ্টি আর আকস্মিক বন্যা গত কিছুদিন ধরে ভেনেজুয়েলাকে মৃত্যুপুরী করে তুলেছে। সেখানকার মানুষ চরম আতঙ্কে দিন পার করছে। এবছরে অনেকগুলো বন্যা ও ভূমিধসের শিকার হয়েছে ভেনেজুয়েলা। আগামী কয়েকদিনে আরো ভারী বৃষ্টি, বন্যা ও ভূমিধসের সতর্কতার আভাস দিয়েছে ভেনেজুয়েলার আবহাওয়া অফিস।
Watch. Ooh.
Ahmed, Flood News, All Country.
So I think it's going around in a circle now, because that was at the beginning. Ding ding! Big bada boom. So that was in Sri Lanka. And we're going to get into a little bit about Australia, and our good buddies in Australia are, look out. Get to high ground.
Manufacturing automation was
7 News Australia. Skip the ad.
Flood emergency is starting to be revealed.
I can turn that up a bit.
Worth of crops has been lost in Victoria and New South Wales, and that's going to hit supermarket shoppers in the months to come.
Paddocks turned pools. A year's worth of hard work and a family's livelihood flushed away in the floods.
In excess of $500,000.
The timing for farmers like the Wolfs in Rochester couldn't be worse, so close to spring harvest.
Just all the hard work you put into it, the money you've tipped into it, chemical, fuel, input costs, wages, hours, man hours doing it all. It's just a big kick in the guts, really.
Terrible.
It's estimated close to $5 billion has been wiped from the national winter crop as Australia's east coast is lashed by heavy rain. All farmers in Victoria's north have suffered. Stone fruit growers say the start of their season will be delayed by around 3 weeks. The flow-on effects hitting us at the hip pocket when produce eventually hits the shelves.
It's going to be a shortage of everything.
What makes these losses all the more difficult for farmers is that this year's crop was one of the most expensive to produce. Like the rest of the country, they've been hit hard by inflation, their costs soaring and squeezing their margins.
We've got to drain the paddocks, get the water away so that we can actually have something to salvage. It's pretty disappointing because it was gearing up to be a pretty good year around here.
And there's little time to wait for the swollen Murray River to recede before more rain is expected next week. In Rochester, Jodie Lee, 7 News.
All right, so that's Australia. What did they call those? A rock tree? What's a rock? You eat rocks over there in Australia? Maybe I heard them wrong. Maybe it wasn't rock trees. So Yeah, I know, I'm being a little funny, but that is so sad. They have lost $5 billion worth of food. Look at all that. And I mean, last night, I talked to my friend and I said, how is the weather? And he said, rain, rain, rain. But he was texting me, so I didn't get to voice chat with him. But New South Wales Peak Farming says the damage bill for wheat losses alone in the state's flood-hit Northwest will surpass $150 million. So here we go with the wheat again, right? Day's wages for a piece of bread. That's coming in the Great Tribulation. So we're well on our way towards that. They lost more than 120,000 hectares of wheat that was nearly ready to harvest. Oh, that sucks. So here's another video. And I busted your eardrum. Sorry, I tried. Look at this. The dam is at capacity. They're having to release 150,000 megaliters of water a day. Drone footage. Yes. Look at that. Drone footage. I like strange sounds. Oh, this is the Guardian too. That's the one who's showing this. Here, make it big for you. Just for a second. And helicopter noise. Sorry about that. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my backup channel. Let's see if I can fix this real quick with the just add in a display or window capture, pop out chat. Let's try that. That didn't work. Oh, unless could do fit to screen. No, that didn't work. I might be messing up the whole thing now. Oh dear. Okay, let's hide that one so I don't screw it up. I'm just not used to how to work this stuff yet. Okay, let me try this. See if I click on that. Yeah, there we go. Hey, I figured it out. I'm not such a dum-dum after all. Okay. Oh, I might have to hit transition for you to see that, though. Yep. There we go. Okay, let me make it. What are you whining about, buddy boy? There we go. Got you up there. Okay. Let's close out of that. Alright, and then, oh yes, I saw a camel! It's a camel! We might have a commercial.
We're just...
I tried. Sorry.
Currently making our way upstream for a domestic animal rescue of a camel. I'm here with my fellow Foxtrot team members as well as Surf Lifesaving and SES members. So as you can see, the river's up quite high at the moment. Why we're going so slow is so we don't cause too much wash, and that will then cause damage to people's houses and the environment. So we'll let you know once we get closer to the rescue, and we'll get some footage of Gina, the camel that we're going to rescue.
Oh, I missed the camel. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a girl.
That's a girl. Come on.
Oh, look at it. Lovely camel.
Gina, the very reluctant camel, making buddies with Wally.
Come on, Wally. Get the mate into the thing. You want to go outside? Thank you. Good. Okay. Alright, this, okay, get ready to be mad. This is some sort of advertisement. Nambla. Facebook allowed this ad. And I'm not going to read it because, dang. But they're promoting that. So take a look at your screen right now. I'm getting ready to click off. Okay, this guy, I like this guy. I've heard this guy. He had a way of like sticking into my memory. Wish we had a video. Here he is.
Dear everyone out there, this is Tom Søndergaard, and I'm talking to you from a prison phone in Baker's County Detention Center, where I'm now been detained for 98 days. And I, my lawyers, and my legal team still don't know why I'm here. Why was I detained? And why did they deny me coming out on a bond? There's so many crazy things in all of this. I am leader of the Christian ministry, the Last Reformation. I've served God for many years in over 40 nations where I've been preaching the gospel of Christ and making disciples. But I have never experienced anything like what I am experiencing now. Because of persecution in Denmark from the government, I came to the United States of America 3.5 years ago, January 26, 2019. After waiting for my asylum interview for over 3.5 years, I got a letter 3 months ago from Homeland Security that they would like to discuss my immigration status at a meeting in Orlando on June 30. I traveled from California, where I'm now a resident, to Orlando, Florida, to attend the meeting. But to my big surprise, there was nothing about my asylum case. And one of them said, okay, the reason you are here is that we have been told you have been smuggling weapons from Mexico to America. And I was thinking, what? Smuggling weapons? I know nothing about weapons or smuggling weapons. My only connection to Mexico is a small missionary training school we launched in Rosarito. And the only thing we brought over the border back to America were beautiful testimonies about what God did in Mexico. But we had nothing to do with smuggling weapons. And I don't know anyone who had anything to do with smuggling weapons. I have never traveled to Mexico.
What a joke.
Crossed the border from United States to Mexico. And my passport shows the proof of that. A few minutes later, one said, you are not going home today. We are detaining you. And then he was just up against the wall, handcuffs on, and now I'm still detained. Staying alone in a cell 8 times 13 feet. I really thought in the beginning that I would go out in a few days because I have not smuggling weapons or done anything criminal. And I was sure that the whole thing would just fall to the ground very, very soon. There is no criminal case against me at all.
Wow.
But I'm still here.
Hey, Jack.
I'm still locked up away from my family.
Bless the Lord.
And the life out there I love. And I still don't know why I'm here.
I got
Still
chills
waiting for my asylum case to go to court, which can take many months. And why did they deny me coming out on a bond when I'm seeing so many other people in here go out on a bond? I've been locked up with people who came from prison, where they have been in prison for 25 years for murder, people who have done very bad things. But me, Jesus transformed my life 27 years ago. I've been married with the same woman for 25 years. I have 3 kids and 3 beautiful grandkids. I have never been charged of anything criminal. I have never taken any drugs, and I'm not a danger to anyone. But I'm still here. Why?
In Florida.
Please help me out there to spread this video. Make people aware of this so I can get help to come out and be with my family.
Bless him,
A new
Lord.
website has been made called friendsoftorben.com, where you can find so much more info of how you can help me and my family. There's also info about my asylum case if you want to read about that. This is much bigger than just one person. There's something completely wrong here. Please spread this video. Please go to the website friendsoftorben.com and send a letter and reach out to us. This is not easy for me and my family. So we thank you all for your help and your prayers. Please share this with as many people as possible. Miss you all, Torben Søndergaard.
Torben Søndergaard. I can't say his name right. He's got a great ministry though. Like, if you heard, it's called The Last Reformation. You need to hear him preach, man. He's so good. The Last Reformation is his ministry. So look that up. Torben. Let's see how fast it comes up on YouTube. Yep. Just type in Torben Søndergaard. Or you can look it up under Last Reformation. I'm just wanting to let you hear just a clip of one of them. Let's see. What's this? Come out of the box. Religion or Jesus. The Book of Acts. Let's just listen to a minute of it.
Welcome to this second teaching on our online Bible school.
Here, let's go in the middle.
Chapter 21. There you read about how after Jesus rose again, he came to his disciples and was standing there, and they were out fishing. And he said that they should cast the net on the other side, and they got a lot of fish. And they came in, and when they saw it was Jesus, and Jesus asked Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" And we were there at that place, and I was standing looking and seeing where Jesus have they said Jesus have made the fish and they have been together, and it was amazing to be there. And now they have built like a big Catholic church there, but they didn't have that at Jesus' time, and often it was the hard thing being in Israel. It was because every place somehow things have happened many years ago. Now there is a big Catholic church or Lutheran church. And somehow it kills, it destroys the simple life we read. It destroys what Jesus came with. But we were there, and when we walked up around the Catholic church with the sea, there was a woman in a wheelchair, and the one who was with me, she went to her, and I came there. And this woman was from Brazil. And I didn't understand exactly what was wrong with her, but just that she had destroyed her knees or something, and she was not able to walk. And she said, the woman who was with me, "Can you pray?" And I just put the hands and pray for her. And suddenly a lot of things happened. Because she like jumped off of the wheelchair. She was walking around. Oh, and she was shouting in tongues, I think it was. Oh, Shila Badede, and saying a lot of things I didn't understand. And suddenly a lot of people came from the sea up. There was a whole group there. There was some people from China who was taking pictures. And she was walking around, the wheelchair was empty, and she was shouting and shouting. And then from the Catholic Church, there came a priest out. And like, be quiet, and he was standing in his big, beautiful gowns, and everything, the whole picture was so amazing what happened. And I saw later there was a sign like, be quiet, and the sign, be quiet, was standing on like 3 different languages. But she didn't care, she was just so happy and crying, and this man, be quiet, be quiet. And suddenly the rest of the group came up, and somebody could, she was from Brazil, so somebody could translate what she was saying. And she said, she's shouting, no more pain, no more pain, I can walk, I can walk. Then one more came, can you pray for me? And I prayed for him, he got healed. One more for the group. Wow. He came with a cane. Can you pray for me?
Well, no wonder you're locked up.
One more came and said, I'm the pastor, I invite you to Brazil. One more came and said, can you pray for me? I want what you have. And often I don't believe in like giving, I believe in praying for people to receive the Holy Spirit, but not the anointing like we do in church today. I'm going to explain that later. But I just laid my hands on him, and I didn't know what happened, but God came over him. I think he maybe got set free. He fell to the floor, into the stones. And he was laying there on the stones in front of the Catholic Church. And to be there, it was so amazing. And suddenly everybody was looking at me, and everybody was like, somebody was taking picture, and suddenly I have like, oh, I have to go now. It was too much focus on me, so I went. And I was like, I was so shocked. And I have it on video. I have a video on my website, The Last Reformation. The video is Miracles in Israel. And there you can see I'm taking my video.
Miracles in Israel. Oh man, I want to watch that later. I mean, look, miracles in Times Square. Well, no wonder he's in prison, guys. I'm going to give you the link if I can find it here real quick. I'm not going to take too much time, but it's called Miracles in Israel. Wonder how long ago it was, because I don't want to take all day. But yeah, doesn't he have like a sweet spirit about him? No wonder he's in jail, guys. He's like, look here, freedom from porn, which is the strongest drug. Porn is ruining the church. 50% of pastors view porn on a regular basis. No wonder he's in jail. He's like telling the truth about these demonic sins that are just keeping people in bondage. And he came from, I think he said Denmark. Anyway, Torben Sonderberg or something like Sondergaard. The Last Reformation. So check him out. You guys probably already have known of him. Hey, Norm. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, Jack Frost is here. How about that? He just, that was good the other night. I enjoyed being there with everybody. Playing songs and such. Okay, here's something for harvest.
It's dirty, it's sticky, it's oily, and you have the feeling that you may be into the water anytime. It bounces a bit.
Wow, look at those pumpkins. They make soup with it.
In de beginjaren rond 2000, toen waren de zwaarste pompoenen 400 kilogram. Nu zijn de
400 is the largest they used to be able to grow.
zwaarste pompoenen aan de 1000 kilogram gekomen. Ja, dat wil zeggen dat onze pompoenen
1000
van 1000 kilogram niet kunnen gebruikt worden om te varen. Dus we krijgen meer en meer zwaardere pompoenen, dus de varenpompoenen worden minder en minder.
cool. I love seeing stuff like that, don't you guys? Okay. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, Elon Musk is making a splash about stuff. He took a sink into Twitter. He's got some big sign. Gosh, I'm so sorry about the volume on stuff, and I can't see to turn it down. Chief Twit.
Crazy amount of new technology happening here, and it's all evolving simultaneously. So we need to iron out like the unknowns, so to speak.
So how is the volume, or am I kind of?
Technology happening here, and it's all evolving simultaneously. So we need to
Turn it up a bit. Yeah.
Unknowns.
I don't know. So anyway, Poland demolished 4 Red Army monuments. I'm not for destroying things. Jackhammer. I'm skipping forward a little bit. Here we go. Oh dear.
Bravo!
Bravo! Okay. So bye to the Red Army monuments that were from World War II. I'm not for destruction of things. I mean, you know, just truth matters. So, you know, if you're going to put up a monument, then leave it up till God takes it down, I guess. Or, I don't know. I mean, why not just like, put some paint on it like those other people are doing, and then it would bring awareness to the situation, and then you could talk about it and get it out in the public. We don't want this happening again. Down with the Nazis. Okay, here's a self-parking car back in 1933.
And if traffic was bad, the parking problem was impossible, just like now. So one California genius disproved the simile useless as a fifth wheel. His fifth wheel aimed sideways, and with it you could sneak into the tightest hole. Better than power steering? Well, somehow it never caught on. Why not? We'll never know. That's ancient history.
Pretty cool though, huh? Pretty cool. Okay, a man took a New York City MTA bus hostage this morning. This was just 2 hours ago.
Begin with that breaking news. The NYPD says a man armed with a fake gun hijacked an MTA bus this morning.
It happened in Queens. Passengers were on board.
Now, authorities say it ended with the bus crashing into a pole near 233rd Street and Linden Boulevard. It began on Linden Boulevard near 199th Street when the armed man demanded to get on the Q4 bus and ordered the driver to take off. We're told passengers and the driver were able to run off the bus. The suspect got behind the wheel, drove to 233rd Street and crashed. Police say the suspect was arrested. No one was injured. Begin with that breaking news. The NYPD.
Nobody was injured, so that's good. But we got people hijacking buses now. All right, here's a warning about shampoos. If you're using any of these shampoos, you might want to throw them in the garbage because they're going to cause cancer.
There's a
Okay, sorry. I'm going to turn that one down a bit.
nationwide voluntary recall on nearly 20 dry shampoo.
Okay, just turn your volume down. I don't know what to do about it right now. Okay, this is gonna like take up way too much time. You just turn your volume down, and yes, I don't know what to tell you right now. I'll figure it out. All right, so we need some volume here.
voluntary recall on nearly 20 dry shampoo aerosol products. Unilever, which makes the products under the brand name Dove, Nexus, Suave, and Tresemme, say they may contain elevated levels of benzene, which is known to cause cancer. Customers are urged to stop using the products and go to Unilever's website for reimbursement instructions.
Dove, of all things. Suave. All right, bedhead. If you got trouble with the bedhead. All right. You know, the other week, like last week, they were charging people a $2,500 fine, or they were going to, and everybody started saying, I'm not going to use PayPal anymore. Well, they took that away. But guess what? They've brought it back. So I wanted to read to you, and I'm not sure what this means exactly. So it might just be when you buy something from them and then you have a place where you can make remarks. That might be what it is. I'm not saying for sure, because if you get a $2,500 fine, I don't want to be blamed. But this is what it says. The instances of remittance include situation where the company believes that the user promoted misinformation. This also includes instances where users post, publish, and send messages, content, or materials that, in PayPal's sole discretion, are harmful, obscene, harassing, or objectionable. But that just sounds like a blanket thing over the internet, doesn't it? It can also withdraw funds from... I'm just going to delete my PayPal. Forget PayPal. I cannot afford a $2,500 fine. And it has something to do with Free Speech Union, which I think might be Alex Jones. Let's see what this guy says. Oh, come on. I'm not joining this, whatever this is. They're not going to let me listen, are they? Forget that. I know he has free speech something or other. Anyway, if I knew what to tell you about it, you probably would be happy, but I'm afraid to tell you and then be wrong. The last 2 weeks have been a nightmare as I've scrabbled to try to stop the Daily Skeptic and Free Speech Union from going under. PayPal software was embedded in all our payment systems, so the sudden closure of our accounts was an existential threat. Does that mean you can't get rid of PayPal? I'm kind of confused. Goes against everything he believes in, Marcus mentions. Elon Musk also replied to the tweet stating that he agrees with this view. So these PayPal people are going against everything that truthers believe in, which is that you should have free speech. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel, because right now I might be giving misinformation. So everything I do now, I should say, I'm just not sure. So come off on it on your own. Do your own research. Because, yeah, misinformation could be CNN, but they can afford $2,500 every day. Because they're probably, never mind, I might misinformation you right now. Hi, Sherelle. What are you talking about? Erase it? Got it on lockdown. Sodas have sodium benzoate. Benazate. Okay. What's this guy saying?
And I don't want them to die in a new... Senator, you have got to stop funding a Nazi-infested Ukrainian regime. You are bringing us to the brink of nuclear war. You have got... Those billions could be used for a lot of good things here in the U.S. Instead of funding Nazis in Ukraine, they're preparing a dirty bomb to detonate and blame on Russia.
This is not why we're here today.
I am here to make sure that billions of lives are saved
We are going to ask you to leave,
instead
sir.
of getting into a
We are
nuclear
going to
war.
ask you to leave, sir.
You've asked me, I heard you.
Yes.
I will move towards the exit.
This is not.
Yes,
This way,
right.
sir.
No.
There's a bunch of
Nuclear
people
war.
that need to benefit from
Yes,
this.
I'm
Let's
black
let
and
them-
brown too.
So then let them get the information.
And I don't
Let
want them
get
to
the
die in a nuclear war.
This way, sir, please.
That my tax money is funding
This way.
because the Congress
Sir.
and the Senate are funding Nazis in Ukraine. Do you want a nuclear war? A nuclear war will cancel your debt and your life. I have sent letters, I have sent emails, I have made calls to these senators and congressmen. They refuse to respond. We are marching to nuclear war behind fools in political office. They have got to stop it. Nuclear war is the issue. Nuclear war. Consideration.
None of this matters if there's a nuclear war and we all die. In 2018, there was a legal.
Cancel student debt! 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 Cancel student debt!
I just want to say thank you to all of you. I'm here to...
They're clown world, aren't they? Student debt cancellation tour. That's all they care about. Canceling some people's debts. We're all canceled. If the case is that where there's a nuclear war, we're all canceled, you know, along with our debt. So, okay, what do we got here? 1 dead and 3 injured after a Missouri bridge collapses during construction. 1 person was killed and 3 others were injured after a Missouri bridge under construction collapsed and trapped 4 people. I think there was a video. Yeah. So, watch your ears. Let's see. Let me turn it up like 30. Oh, look at his legs. Oh, it's a girl. Oh.
Let's go to KMBC 9 News investigative reporter Matt Fleener, who's been digging into details of this project. Matt, also live near the scene tonight. What have you been able to uncover?
Yeah, hi, Chris. KMBC 9 Investigates has learned that Clay County actually went into a contract for this bridge in May of 2021. We're on the east side of the bridge right now, and you see it right across there. There are several workers who are here on scene. So far, Clay County has actually spent more than $800,000 on the project since last year. This is video of the former bridge in August of 2021, not the bridge that collapsed today. KMBC 9 Investigates was actually here last year documenting the conditions of that former bridge as Clay County restructured $52 million worth of bond debt after years of deferred maintenance on bridges under the previous county commission. We've actually learned the construction company that had the $1.2 million contract was a company called Lehman Construction out of California, Missouri. We did put a call into that company today. A woman who answered the phone said there would not be anyone to talk tonight. Now, as of now, the investigation into why this bridge collapsed, that is just beginning and will most likely take weeks, even months. Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
So that was some bridge. But a guy died, so, you know, not a huge story, but nevertheless, it's a good story to tell. Alright, what was this one? Alright, yeah, look out. This one is pretty wild. So he's just shooting at her. That's Chicago. Okay. We want to rewire the entire global financial system for net zero. They had just come out right out and admit it. Read that again. Don't say you weren't warned.
This is the first COP to bring together so many of the world's finance ministers, businesses, and investors with such a clear common purpose: to deliver the promise made in Paris 6 years ago to direct the world's wealth to protect our planet. The good news is that the will is there. At least 80% of the global economy has committed to net zero or carbon neutrality targets. Our challenge now is to deploy the investment we need to deliver those targets around the world.
Have a little bit of this.
To do so, we are accelerating 3 actions today. First, we need increased public investment. And I want to speak directly to the developing countries of the world. We know that you've been devastated by the double tragedies of coronavirus and climate change. That's why the G20 is stepping up to provide debt treatments more swiftly. It's why the IMF are providing a new $650 billion allocation of special drawing rights, and Kristalina will say more on this later. And it's why we're going to meet the target to provide $100 billion of climate finance to developing countries. And while we know we are not yet meeting it soon enough, we will work closely with developing countries to do more and to reach the target sooner. Over the next 5 years, we will deliver a total of $500 billion of investment to the countries that need it most. And we can do more today. I can announce that the United Kingdom will commit £100 million to the Task Force on Access to Climate Finance, making it quicker and easier for developing countries to access the finance they need. And we're supporting a new capital markets mechanism, which will issue billions of new green bonds here in the UK to fund renewable energy in developing countries. 2 tangible, practical examples of how we're delivering our promise of $100 billion.
They're going to build more of those windmills.
But public investment alone isn't enough. Our second action is to mobilize private finance. Let me pay an enormous tribute to Mark Carney for his leadership that is delivering results. The Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero has now brought together financial organisations with assets worth over $130 trillion of capital to be deployed. This is a historic wall of capital for the net zero transition around the world. What matters now is action, to invest that capital in our low-carbon future. To do that, investors need to have as much clarity and confidence in...
I'm sorry, where are they getting this $130 trillion from over the next 5 years? Our pockets? Like, how... I'm confused.
The climate impact of their investments, as they do in the traditional financial metrics of profit and loss. So our third action is to rewire the entire global financial system for net zero. Better and more consistent climate data, sovereign green bonds, mandatory sustainability disclosures, proper climate risk surveillance, stronger global reporting standards. All things we need to deliver, and I'm proud that the UK is playing its part. We've already made it mandatory for businesses to disclose climate-related financial information, with 35 other countries signing up to do the same. Today, I'm announcing that the UK will go further and become the first ever net zero aligned financial centre. This means we are going to move towards making it mandatory for firms to publish a clear, deliverable plan setting out how they will decarbonise and transition to net zero, with an independent task force to define what's required. So, a renewed pledge to $100 billion a year of public funding, over $130 trillion of private capital waiting to be deployed, and a greener financial system underway. 6 years ago, Paris set the ambition. Today in Glasgow, we're providing the investment we need to deliver that ambition. Now I know...
Who's we? Who's we providing this investment of $130 trillion?
When people hear about global finance, it can often feel remote and abstract. But we're not simply talking about numbers on a page. We're talking...
It should say stealing your future instead of financing your future.
About making a tangible difference to people's lives. About cheap, reliable and clean electricity to power schools and hospitals in rural Africa. About better coastal defences in the Philippines and the Pacific Islands to protect people from storm surges. About everyone, everywhere, having fresher water to drink, cleaner air to breathe, better insulated homes in which to live. That's the vision we're asking you to commit to. That's the opportunity we're asking you to invest in. And that's the work that we're asking you to begin today. Thank you.
He's dreaming, isn't he? He's having a vision, but it's not a realistic vision. $130 trillion. I guess they're going to sponge it off of all of us. Say bye-bye, pension. Everybody say bye-bye, pension. Goodbye, home ownership and car ownership. And pets, probably. You know, it's going to come to that. You aren't even going to be able to have a pet. Oh, speaking of pets, would you like to see the little babby? The little babby got hurt this morning. That's what I woke up to before the sun even came up, was this flailing sounds in the chicken yard. And one of the little babies, I walked out there and it was just all like flopping against the fence. And I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to kill a chicken, a little baby chicken, because it's going to be tore up all to pieces or something. But it just had a teeny tiny little hole in its, I think it was from maybe the cat next door, maybe. Because it just looks like a hole, you know, like a little tiny hole. But I brought her in, or him, whichever. I think it might be a boy. So he might become a chicken nugget anyway. Here comes spring. We'll see. But would you like to see him or her? Let me go get him for you. Just right over there. Hello, darling. How's that? Come here. Oh, come here. think you can see it, but let me see. See it? Little bitty baby. Poor little baby. Poor little Jane. So, I called him Nottingham. There you go, baby. I called him Nottingham. My glassies. Did you like that little intermission? So this is kind of kingly. I called him Nottingham. And this is a priest or something, but it looks kind of royal. But I don't know why that name just came to me, but it was just a spur of the moment thing. So Putin and the Christian cult behind him are changing the original pretext of their invasion from Nazification of Ukraine to Satanization of NATO. So they're, you know, he's bringing biblical words into this now. Russia is. Hacker Hunter. Spiritual terms. We are people for whom there is a mother, father, God, religion, and everything else that the Almighty gave us. That's the whole point. I'm trying to see if there's like a video or something. Addresses a ceremony at the Kremlin on September 30th for signing the treaties in which Russia annexed 4 regions of Ukraine. It says Sergei Makayev says, by the way, many European leaders are real Satanists. He's a right-wing pundit. Yeah, we know they're Satanists, but, you know, keep talking about it. We need everybody to know. There's all these Satanists in charge. Armed forces, servicemen, attended a service at the cathedral. Look how dark that looks in there. That looks pretty satanic. Ooh. Okay, I'm not going to read it all. They can say what they want. The whole war thing is satanic in my opinion. I don't like war. He's super gluing his head.
Wat is die aan het doen?
How do you feel? How do you feel when you see something beautiful and priceless being apparently destroyed before your eyes? Do you feel outraged? Good. Where is that feeling when you see the planet being destroyed before our very eyes?
Obscene. Oh no! Hey, shame on you.
This painting is protected by glass. It's just fine.
Shut up. Take away from them.
Vulnerable people in the global south, they are not protected. The future of our children is not protected.
Count of them.
People in fuel poverty who need to choose between heating or eating are not protected.
I hope he gets a big scar on his head, on his bald head. Hope he has to stand there for like 5 hours. I hope they leave him there until he gets off of it himself. Okay, here's Elon Musk bringing a sink. I don't know what the meaning of this is, but he's bringing a sink in Twitter. I don't know, is he going to sink the company? I don't get it. Or what's the point? Why is this news? Okay, why is Joe Biden over here and Kamala Harris and them, and then Obama's in the middle? I mean, a picture says 1,000 words here, and they've got their hands clasped, and these people don't. I don't know. Looks like Obama's in charge. Now, is something going on in Canada? Because I found this video. What is this? Looks like a rat. So what's going on? What's going on in Canada? Is this Canada? Welcome to Checks Note Canada. See, I don't understand. Newcomers, immigration. See if there's anything today. All faiths are welcome. Okay, so they're bringing in the migrants with the Allah Akbars. In Canada, we love people of all faiths. All faiths are welcome in Canada. High Commissioner for Canada and India, Cameron McKay, said while we're replying to how the Canadian government is dealing with Khalistani outfits. India had urged Canada to put an end to the Khalistan referendums by the anti-India elements on November 6th. In Ontario, the Centre has asked the Canadian government to act against those who promote terror and violence against the largest democracy in the world. Well, I have been watching that war campaign guy, and this is like day 11 of the commission on what happened for the trucker thing. So that's going on in Canada too. And then we've got the Taliban. They're getting some more weapons. They're selling off what we left over there. Delegation from Hamas terror group to meet with Taliban to discuss buying weapons that were left behind in Afghanistan by the U.S. military. So we're going to fund Hamas now through Afghan Taliban people. Israel's probably pretty angry that we did that. Look at this. Another one of these. That just looks so fake. Don't that look fake? What are they doing to our skies to cause something like that? You know they're having to come up with all these brand new words for the different ways the clouds are forming. Okay, let's see. Picture has 1,000,000 words. Yeah, what's going on here? We got in Moldova, if you are hungry and cold and you dare to protest, Mia Sandu, Zelensky, and Ursula von der Leyen are beaten and arrested. That looks like fun for a minute. Just carrying people off. I say it looks like fun, but it's not fun. But I'm just saying it'd be fun to be carried around like that. Oh, you know our friend that comes into Bible study that says not to use soap? This guy here, he hasn't taken a bath for decades. He's 94 years old and he gets to take a bath and then he dies. So here's a story for our guy that doesn't like to use soap. An Iranian man dubbed the world's dirtiest man has died at age 94, according to state media. Amu Haji died Sunday in the village of Dezga, according to Islamic Republic News. He had refused to bathe for more than 60 years, fearing it would make him sick. He gained notoriety around the globe for his unofficial title as the world's dirtiest man. His life was even chronicled in a 2013 documentary called The Strange Life of Amu Haji. California man breaks world record for most... Oh, that's something else. Ghost peppers in 1 minute. Okay. Villagers had recently pressured him to take a bath. And for the first time, a few months ago, villagers had taken him to a bathroom to wash. The RRNA report stated, according to the Telegraph. There he is, in front of an open brick shack that villagers constructed for him on the outskirts of Dezga, Iran, on December 28, 2018. Not long after, he fell ill, and finally, on Sunday, he gave up his life. He reportedly had no wife or family, but some villagers tried to look after him, including reportedly building him a cinder block dwelling. He reported... Oh, I said that. Emotional setbacks in his youth reportedly kept him from bathing, according to villagers cited by The Guardian. He also allegedly ate roadkill and had been photographed smoking multiple cigarettes at once. Dude. A man living in India named Kailash Kalu Singh could now be the world's dirtiest man, The Guardian speculated, citing a Hindustan Times article from 2009 reporting that he had not bathed since 2009. So we got a new contender. The world's dirtiest. For the next one. Okay. I thought that one was kind of cute to tell you about. UC Davis event hosted by conservative student group canceled after 100-person brawl broke out at the UC Davis, University of California. I was hoping for a video of this 100-person brawl. Do we have a video? Because I'd like to see this 100-person brawl, wouldn't you guys? Let's see if we can find it.
Cleaning up today outside the UC Davis Conference Center after this.
There's pepper spray in the air.
Clashes between protesters and counter-protesters believed to be Proud Boy members on Tuesday night. Outside an on-campus event featuring a controversial speaker hosted by the conservative and libertarian organization Turning Point USA.
The two groups are not like formally affiliated, and the fact that the Proud Boys came to this TPUSA event, like, that was not orchestrated, but clearly these things go hand in hand kind of naturally, and that, you know, you can see the harm being played out there, so of course it needs to be protested wherever it happens.
The event was canceled by TPUSA once the violence erupted. In a statement today, UC Davis said in part, hateful words are protected by the First Amendment. Calls for harm to others or acts of violence are not. As a public university, we are committed to the First Amendment, and we are required to uphold it. We affirm the right of our students, in this instance, Turning Point USA at UC Davis, to invite speakers to our campus, just as we affirm the right of others to protest speakers whose views they find upsetting or offensive. The university says no UC Davis police were sent to this incident, and they said no UC Davis staff used any pepper spray. They did say, though, that there was civilian security both inside and outside the event. Luke Schultz, the vice president of TPUSA on campus, is calling out the school's administration.
We feel a little bit duped that the university police did nothing to stop the literal, angry, violent mob that stopped our event, injured our members, scared away attendees. Regardless what the university may say about how they support free speech, the actions show that, the reality shows that that did not happen.
Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
And we actually just got a statement from the UC Davis Police Department. It says the UC Davis police were on site following the safety plan they had developed before the event in conjunction with the student affairs. They set up the perimeter around the building so event attendees could enter the building safely. They were also on standby when fighting broke out, but the situation de-escalated on its own, eliminating the need for the police to engage. No serious injuries were reported.
Well, that's good news. Okay. See what else we got. Strong quake injures dozens, shuts North Philippine airport. A strong earthquake rocked a large swath of northern Philippines, injuring at least 36 and forcing the closure of the international airport. I don't have a video. We got pictures. So, Philippines had a pretty big earthquake. Alright. Oh, that one was supposed to be for Halloween, but we'll go ahead and cover it, okay? This one. Heads up, everybody. Wake up. I know it's been a little boring news, but this one's cool. Strange creature covered with seaweed washes up on beach. Look at that. Looks like an owl. A whistling kite was rescued off the coast of Western Australia. Horse rider rescued the distressed bird struggling to get to shore. Took it to the Western Australian Birds of Prey Center. Whistling kites are medium-sized diurnal raptors. Raptors? Found throughout Australia, New Caledonia, and much of New Guinea. Ew, look at that. Okay, that wasn't the one that I thought. Okay. So that's good. That was a little boring too. There's another one for Halloween. Okay, the Mississippi River is drying up.
The Mississippi River is drying up. Water levels are approaching record lows. Barges are getting stuck on sandbars in unprecedented numbers. Many ports and docks no longer have water deep enough for commercial boats to safely reach them. And this is a problem for the whole country.
The Mississippi River, a lot of people just think of it as this beautiful, large, historic river in the middle of the country, but really it serves as a transportation highway for a lot of industry.
The river is a critical shipping route for agriculture, oil, and building materials. And the Mississippi watershed, which includes all the creeks, streams, and lakes that feed into the Mississippi River, is the largest in the U.S.
Farmers in Iowa, they harvest their soybeans and they put them on barges and send them down to the port below New Orleans, and then it's sent to China. Chemicals are processed in Louisiana and sent upriver to the Ohio, to factories in Pittsburgh. The central part of this country thrives in part on industry moving goods and services up and down the river.
October is traditionally a month of low water on the Mississippi, but this year, the river's water levels are approaching lows not seen since 1988.
And if that's the case, the river at certain points is just going to shut down for commercial traffic.
The water has gotten so low that a shipwreck was exposed along the banks of the river in Baton Rouge, Louisiana earlier this month. Archaeologists believe it sank in 1915. In recent weeks, there have been over 20 blockages on the river and backups of thousands of barges per day.
When a barge gets stuck on a sandbar, it's a real expensive mess. Another barge has to come. You have to bring equipment to remove that material and put it in another barge to the point where it will float enough so that it can get off the sandbar.
In some cases, the towboats, which pull dozens of barges each, have hit sandbars so hard that the barges they're towing disconnect. And that's dangerous for bridges and other boats. Riverboat cruises have also halted due to low water levels. Industry leaders say if water levels stay this low or get even lower, the tourism industry will take a massive hit. So what's causing the river to dry up?
It just did not get enough rain this year, particularly in the upper Ohio River Valley. Normally, this is hurricane season in the south. Some hurricanes will plow into the United States and then become enormous rainstorms that go up into the Ohio River Valley and dump a lot of rain. That didn't happen this year.
And industries that rely on the river to transport goods don't have many alternatives.
It's not as though a farmer can just run to the railroad and that solves the problem. The rail system is so pressed right now, and they have labor shortage issues. They have capacity issues that they're running into.
But sticking with the river will be costly for farmers. Normally, shipping along the Mississippi River is the cheaper option. But with fewer boats and barges able to transport goods, prices have shot up. For example, the cost of sending a ton of corn, soybeans, or other grains from St. Louis
Wheat again. Wheat.
to southern Louisiana has jumped over 380% since October 2021. The fall harvest season, which usually peaks in October, is the busiest time for agricultural products.
If you can't get a rail line out, your soybeans are just sitting in an open field. I mean, a lot of farmers are hesitating to even harvest right now. But if let's say there are massive rainstorms and your soybeans are just sitting out there, that could really, really, really be disastrous.
This disruption along the river comes at a time when the war in Ukraine has prompted huge demand for American agricultural products.
And farmers were very excited. They can't get their stuff to market. They can't get it to market, not easily and not cheaply.
Over the last few weeks, the U.S. Coast Guard has imposed restrictions on the depth that commercial boats and barges can sit in the water, and on the number of barges that tows can pull. Both actions are to try to stop barges and boats from getting stuck. But industry leaders say it's not enough.
There's no real answer except for the rain. There's hope that beginning around December, rain will start to fall in the Ohio River Valley to an extent where it'll start to bring that water back down to the Mississippi and things will get better. If not, we're all in a lot of trouble.
So we got droughts in the eastern United States, and we got floods in Australia. And look what happened in California. This one is so crazy.
Hey, thanks.
Okay, so we got mud floods. Oh, right. This, they found a body in a car.
A Mercedes-Benz buried under...
Hold on, let me go over here.
On every vacation...
Let's see. Hey, Nick's here. Hey, Nick. Mississippi down, yep. Pooty said Ukraine was a state of America now. I mean, I called it a mud flood. It's, I don't know what they're calling it.
Atherton Mansion is leaving lingering questions about a former property owner's past, haunting this quiet upscale neighborhood.
It's not something that happens. It just doesn't happen.
Atherton Mayor Rick DeGolia says even though investigators found no trace of human remains at the scene, the search isn't over yet.
Clearly, there were issues with Jonathan Liu, who owned the house, owned the car, and reported the car stolen.
DeGolia confirmed to the I-Team investigators suspect the former property owner, John Bakhtun Liu, was also the owner of the Mercedes-Benz, but are still waiting for official DMV records. The car was reported stolen to the Palo Alto Police Department in 1992 and believed to be buried around that time.
The speculation is that he reported it to be stolen.
Records reviewed by the I-Team show Liu had 2 prior attempted murder convictions out of LA County before moving to this house. He was also charged with insurance fraud in 1999, where he allegedly hired undercover officers to sink his $1.2 million yacht off the Golden Gate Bridge before reporting it stolen to his insurance company. A coincidence?
Presumably, he did the same thing with this car, but that hasn't been determined. I think it's a fair guess that this is a case of insurance fraud.
We still don't know what kind of investigation we're conducting. We don't know if this is going to be a criminal investigation.
The lingering details still puzzling investigators.
They have received slight hits from the cadaver dogs each time the cadaver dogs have come near the car, but they haven't found anything.
The I-Team talked to Harry Oakes, a 36-year veteran cadaver dog specialist. He explains these hits signal human scent is detected.
It could be from just somebody who has died in that car and then the body's been moved, or died, maybe the body was placed on the ground in that area and then bodies moved. When a person dies, they stain the ground or the area that they die in, and it stays there for many, many years, especially contained in a vehicle.
Now, Oakes also pointed out these canines could be picking up scent from things like vomit or urine, or simply just someone who sat in the car over the years. Now, in this case, the cadaver dog signaled possible human remains near the car at least twice. Investigators have moved the car to the San Mateo County Crime Lab for further inspection. For the I-Team, Stephanie Sierra, ABC 7 News.
Stephanie, have you heard from the Liu family?
You know, I did speak to Liu's son, Jason, on the phone today, and as you can imagine, they're still processing this entire situation. We're told Liu's daughter, Jackie, and her daughter, Jocelyn, still live in the area, and police have been in touch with them throughout this investigation.
Okay. We'll probably, well, I don't know. We may or may not hear more about that one. All right, here we got, I like this guy, Peter, what's his name?
Thank you, Kareem. So you're asking oil companies to further lower gas prices. What makes you think that they are going to listen to an administration that is ultimately trying to put them out of business?
How is the administration trying to put them out of business?
Well, they produce fossil fuels, and this president says he wants to end fossil fuel.
Thanks, everybody.
I think she's begun just ignoring him. This is like the second time that I've seen this happen. Makes a good point, though, doesn't he? I mean, we need fossil fuels, and these people, the climate people, they're trying to cause all this awareness right now with the green. She's wearing green. How do you like these pictures over my head? This one, some palm trees. My daughter painted those. And this one is a tree with a swing on there. Some birds. So she's painted a few, and I'll be switching them out every now and then as she paints new ones so you guys can see her artwork. She hasn't painted any in a while, so. But I've got several. Okay, this is insane. In Switzerland, a proposal means people could face up to 3 years in jail if they heat their home above 19 degrees Celsius during a gas shortage. Welcome to the Great Reset. Let's see what 19 is. $66. Okay, I turned mine down just to see what it's like to 67. Okay. Now, so the heat will come on if it gets any colder than 67. It was like 69, I think. And I was like, ugh, I want the heat on. I went over there and looked. It was like, I was like, it's gonna have to kick on. It's 2 more degrees. So I can't handle 66. 67 is cold enough. Like, you're gonna make people sick. My hands are cold right now. And I mean, it's supposed to get warmer today. So, it might be like 71 or something in the house right now. I'm cold. I'm gonna get my jacket on. I'm cold. This is making me colder. You guys got it at 70? I'm just trying to like acclimate myself. Oh, great. Let's see. This is stop streaming. It should still be going. Did it reconnect? Okay, it might have reconnected. Okay. So yeah, let me keep going. Oh, I don't know if I can tell you what this is. I have to skip stuff. It didn't know about the heightened risk. Okay, yeah, I can't tell that. Okay, this is a very simple question. Does the president's son still co-own a company with China's government? If not, can you provide some basic transparency about who bought the stake and how much money? He's going to ignore him.
This is a very simple question, but it's an enduring point of uncertainty. Does the president's son still co-own a company with China's government? And if not, can you provide some basic transparency about who bought that stake and for how much money?
I don't have anything for you on your second question.
This is a very simple question.
I don't have anything for you. We're letting people get away with murder, don't you know? Europeans don't want to starve and freeze for Zelensky, so they're protesting. They're just doing this to stay warm, you know, huddled together in their little protesting group, like keeping warm, and we're all gonna die. Come here and stand in front of my car. Oh yeah, this guy. He just gets tased. It's not a big deal. Okay, this guy. Check this out. Oh, and he says something else. I have another thing with this guy. Hopefully they didn't take it down. Yeah, right here. We'll play this part first, because he's not supposed to say this. Listen what he says. This is the guy that ran over a bunch of people.
Was in fact a class action lawsuit against Ford for those model vehicles.
Sustained, the jury will disregard.
Information that you should have been privy to, that you weren't allowed to be privy to. Why? I don't know. That information, malfunctioning throttle bodies.
Mr. Brooks, move on.
It's information that you should have been privy to.
Malfunctioning throttle bodies. Does anybody know anything about malfunctioning throttle bodies? If that would cause someone to run over a bunch of people?
Vehicles that malfunction and accelerate, not being able to be stopped.
Objection, that is
It's information. It's information.
Hold on. Go ahead. Move to strike statements by Sorry Mr. for the interruption. Facts not in evidence, Your Honor, and it's complete misstatement. Sustained.
How's it a misstatement when I have the information?
Mr. Brooks, move on.
This is information that I feel like you needed to know. You should have known. Information that was taken away from you. Why? To prove a case?
So, I don't know. Is the guy innocent or what? But he's guilty now. I mean, they found him guilty, buddy.
Recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon. Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 37 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 38 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon. Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree reckless...
Oh, wait, okay. I was trying to say it was playing over again, but my screen's black. Alright, here's one more clip. 20 seconds.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 2 of the information. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Burn in hell, you piece of shit.
Hey, you are to be removed right now. You will not...
So, do they do it twice? Because is he wearing the same tie? I'm just, like, curious, man. Is that the same shirt? I guess it is.
Recklessly endangering safety while using a...
He isn't going anywhere in that one. Anyway, he's in jail now. It could stick the accelerator open. The car could go on its own. Alright then. So, they didn't have that information to... I don't know. 6 intentional homicide and 66 other charges. Life in prison. Ooh. He did it intentionally, huh? I didn't watch the whole trial or anything. I didn't know. All I saw was just like little clips of it. I was gonna watch some of it because it was actually pretty entertaining, to be honest. Because he's like representing himself, and he's got some pretty pretty outrageous things to say. So I was gonna watch some of it, but I just ended up not. Okay, the plane carrying a dirty bomb will take off from Belarus. The downing is planned over the Chernobyl zone. Russia will blame Ukraine for the attack. AI generated. I don't know what that all means, but the dirty bomb, not sure if it would be put off and then blamed on Russia, or if Russia would actually do that, because the air and everything would just go straight into Russia. That would be stupid of Russia if they did that. Almost everyone... Oh. I don't think I can say what that says, but I'm sure I can play the... I don't know whether to call him president or not.
Virtually every COVID death in America is preventable. Virtually everyone. Almost everyone who will die from COVID this year will not be up to date on their shots, or they will not have taken Paxlovid when they got sick. Virtually every COVID death in America.
Good. Okay. He gets spit on. Alex Stein gets spit on, guys.
State tells us that Alex Stein doesn't share their values. Okay. Alex Stein shares our values. He joins us tonight. Alex Stein, great to see you. So why do you think she gets spit at by a woman at a mob on Penn State's campus? You have to be driven away by police. Why can't the president of Penn State, Neely Benapudi, say that's wrong?
Well, because this is an indoctrination camp from middle school to high school to college. These kids are radicalized to have these leftist ideologies that are not beneficial to society. So these people actually literally spit and assault us in public, and they're defended by their administrators. So this is the sad reality in which we live in. And Tucker, I want to make this point. I want to start off by making this point. A lot of people, after this protest footage went viral, they say, Alex, you're fearless. Don't you get scared when you go in front of these protesters? And I want to say this. Today's October 25th. I don't want to get emotional. My mother died 1 year ago today, and she died in my arms from the protocols in the hospital, given remdesivir without my authority. So watching my mom die, there's nothing scarier than that. So me seeing a bunch of idiot college kids spit on me and yell at me, I have no fear. And that's what I want to try to express to the people out there. She spit on me, but the government and these people that are in power are spitting on us every day and telling us it's raining. So all I want to do is try to wake people up to the harsh reality in which we live in, Tucker.
Well, and you are. I mean, and you are. And I don't know why the president of Penn State makes $1.3 million a year. Welcome on this show anytime to explain why she deserves a salary like that at a public university. Can't say it's wrong to spit in people's faces. She should be ashamed, and she's always welcome on this show. Neely Benapudi. Alex Stein, you are brave, and we appreciate your coming on tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Tucker.
I think he's funny. Oh, I can't tell you what this is, but look at her complexion. She misses her hair. She misses her complexion. And that makes me very sad. Can't talk about it though. Nuclear drill live update. The launch of the ballistic missile from a submarine from the Barents Sea during the training of the Russian strategic forces. So they're just going through a pretend, nuclear drill. I mean, it's a drill, but I'm saying we're not getting nuked or anything right now. We wouldn't know it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and love on your loved ones. Because if that ever happens, we're not going to be made aware. And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get nuked. I think the angels are allowed to stop that nonsense. Other people disagree with me. That's okay. I'm just not going to worry about it because, I mean, hey, to live is Christ and to die is gain. So I'm not concerned. I'll lose this robot. It's a delivery robot. Alright, I don't want to turn it up too loud. My sandwich. Oh. I can hear my phone just a little bit. Oh. Okay, here was the attack of Alex Stein.
I am too, guys. I'm Primetime 99. I just want to say, you guys are poor representation of the youth of our nation. They tried to shut us down, but Primetime's a pimp. We get in the car and we go, huh?
You got to follow the cop through the red light, huh? That must have been fun. Spit of rage. Uh-oh. Here's another one.
I'm so scared. Fuck you, fascist. You're my favorite. Fuck you. I'm so scared.
I'm sorry. I have so much fun watching him. So funny. Uh-oh, that guy's naked. He's like trying to pick up a car. I can't play it. Like, so Noah Havari, look what he has to say.
You have a small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population. This has happened so many times previously in history, and it's probably going to happen again. one of the biggest dangers to the planet today is this technological utopia, because probably for the elite it will work. If bad comes to worst, and when the flood comes, the scientists will build a Noah's Ark for the elite, leaving the rest to drown, the rest of the people and then the rest of the ecosystem. But they are likely to be able to construct this technological Noah's Ark, which is probably what much of the elite is counting on. You have a small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it...
So, I mean, everybody knows what they're doing. He's just like admitting it. Leaving the rest to drown. We've got our ark, we got our bunkers, we got seeds in a vault. You know, we can make it after the rest of you drown. Oh, check out this guy with the honey. He's getting stung.
不好意思，俺有个呀，不啊，我不吃，我不敢吃。小泡菜。没有，可。没事。
He's getting stung. Look how fattened up his face is. Look at his lip. It is that good, guys, though. Where you would do that if you could feel what it feels like to be stung like 8 or 9 times, and just like you taste that honey and it is so worth it. Like, it's so freaking good. I tried it yesterday, or was it the day before? It's a couple days ago, I guess. I put the 2 frames in the freezer, because you can freeze it and then you give it to them during the winter when they run out or whatever, so that they can have some of that nutrition. But I had to do it. I stuck my finger in there, and you gotta push kind of hard, because it's got the wax on there. And you just stick your finger in there, and then it just like starts dripping on your finger, and it's better honey than you can buy at the store. I can't describe. It's so clean and just like clear almost. It's so beautiful. Anyway, yeah, it's good. Honey challenge. 15 seconds of playing other people's stuff without getting busted by algorithm. Be safe. Yeah, I don't want it shut down either, because I really want to come on here for Halloween. I'm really looking forward to showing you guys some stuff. Okay, they got some zoo animals. That this red panda, he was only 3 months old. Why are they doing that to the animals at the zoos? I mean, they're in a cage, Like, I don't understand. President Biden received his updated, what? I don't know about that. Watch this little girl. She just about punches him right in the face. Do it again. Do it again. Yeah, harder. Harder. Oh, you missed. One more time. Oh, I wish she could have just caught him right in the nose. Come on. He's like, you're the pedophile everybody's talking about. And he's telling people you can get $5, $10, $20 off your grocery bill.
Get the shot. $5, $10, $20 off your drugstore grocery purchase next. Or
he's laughing. He's laughing. He's like, stupid people will do it for $5.
Or grocery purchase next time at the same time you get the shot. So get the shot. $5, $10, $20 off your drugstore grocery purchase grocery purchase.
He's laughing about it. This guy's about to laugh. This guy's stone cold right here. Get your facts. With his evil eyes. Alright. Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe tells CBS Heritage that China is using boopity boop 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 to, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that stuff, but man, after that happened to me like 2 days ago, I was like, who is this guy? Who is this, I think his name's Miles. Let me show you. He fights for Hong Kong. And he's got a song. And I want to put it in the thing so you can hear it. But I think this might have been what the reason. So I'm going to put this in here so you can listen to the song. And look at this. This guy is now in jail. Yeah, I tried my honey. Well, their honey. My honey too. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting character here that I want to learn more about. But he's about this right here that I'm highlighting right there. See that? I'll just play like 2 seconds. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. See? It's a pretty cool, catchy tune. Da 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 da. Take down the CPCP. So that's what this one's about too. I think is this has got to do with some pretty bad stuff targeting Congress. And then I looked up about the task force. That's what it's called. If you want to look into it, it's 400 pages or 400 sections or something like that. I mean, and the thing is like this thick, maybe thicker. The stack of papers that those senators had that day coming to the podium right after Trump lost the election. They come to the podium and they're like, we're really concerned. We have this task force for the, see my eyes, how like they're slanted? Those people, like they're infiltrating our, every part of our government. Like they were like scared and they were like, we've got to do something about this. And they're all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not. You read it, right? You just paid attention to what I just said, right? Because I'm not allowed to say certain things. That might be one of them. I'm not sure. This one also, there were some protesters that went into the children's center. And they kicked them out. I don't know what this was about, but I'm pretty upset about the children, to be honest. I could do that myself. And then this one, I think I played the other day, so it might be at the end here. Yeah, I'm at the end here. Because here, look, here's the turkey story. Did you guys get your turkey yet? I need to go get a turkey. Because it's a month away. I'm gonna have to get a turkey and put it in my freezer. Wake up, wake up. I know I've put you to sleep today. Wake up, go get your turkey. Go to the grocery store and buy you a frozen turkey so you can have it and then you can de-thaw it and it'll be cheaper. I mean, if they have them out yet. I really hope I get a turkey because I want to have Thanksgiving at my house. That's going to be so awesome if I can have Thanksgiving at my house. I wish you all could come to my house for Thanksgiving. Nick, Sherelle, you should just take a trip up here, for Thanksgiving and come visit me. And anybody else that I've been talking to for a while. I mean, I don't want just a bunch of strangers off YouTube coming here. But, yeah, Sherelle, you should take a trip for Thanksgiving unless you're doing something with your family, which you probably are. But I want to have Thanksgiving at my house. I think Midday has a friend that's coming for Thanksgiving, so hopefully. Well, thank you all, and just keeping thankful all the way to Thanksgiving. Every day, wake up and be thankful for the air you're breathing. Thank you for God for being there for me whenever I need you. For whatever I need you, you're that. You are the I am that I am. You're everything that we need. So God bless you, everyone, and thank you for coming. And until we meet again, love you guys. Oh, that's in the way. I didn't get the wave. Hold on. Let me move that up a bit. Now I'll wave. Love you guys. Well, did I hit the button? What's that? Oh, right there. It's that black is messing me up. Love you guys.